Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. Here we are back again, getting you guys fired up here on my phone because we need help from the chat here again today. Let us know how you did. I see lots of folks ready to go here today, looking for winners. That's all we do. I mean, look, WNBA totally crushed that yesterday, Ramon. I mean, what? Only
Yeah.
6-0. Only 6-0. I don't
On
know
the
if
show, right?
right. 6-0
Wow.
on the show. So not too
Six
shabby.
and
Crushing
let me
the
see.
WNBA here.
Okay. We had Connecticut.
There we go.
We had Vegas.
We
Those were
did.
consensus plays.
Right.
And then, yeah, you had Dallas. I was giving LA a chance. You had Dallas. I had the over. You had Chicago. I was thinking Seattle, but you gave out Chicago, and I gave out that's 6-0.
6-0. Hey.
Maybe that's
I
why
hope you guys are betting, the WNBA. I know it's not like, a sexy sport. My brother, he won't bet on it, right? But I'm
okay.
like, you guys, if you win, doesn't matter, what sport it is. I mean, if you're winning. So I hope you get these WNBA plays in your repertoire.
All right. Well, I'm in. I'm all in on it. I mean, I already know you've been hot so I've been trying to keep up. And yeah, we rolled a 6-0. How about it? So maybe that's why we had record viewership. Yeah, pretty good day to pick for a good day. We had a winning day on the Team Steam. Good job, everybody. Let's say hi to some people. Mindy, as we get rolling here on Sunday, 15-game baseball card. Couple in the WNBA. Maybe we should start with the WNBA. Start with the best.
What time?
Hello to yeah. Well, got some other things. I don't know, Mindy. Did everybody go Barbenheiming? Is it over? Was that like a one-day thing? Nobody knew what it was yesterday. I thought I was like being Mr. I like to be that,
The hip guy.
right. The guy knows and then nobody knew what I was talking about. And I'm like, Mindy, nobody knew about Barbenheim. And I'm trying to, bring a little entertainment to the show, but nobody wants that. They just want the winners.
Right.
I get it.
I get it now, though, Ramon. I get it now. Right? You have to send me the, via text what it was. But now I get it.
So anybody taking in the Barbenheim? What I'm taking in today, Mindy, is still
Golf?
the Open Championship golf. So Brian Harmon survives. He's still got a 5-stroke lead heading into today. 100-1 shot that I put in our Discord that anybody else could have been riding with me. Should I hedge a little bit today? I don't know. Let's see
I
what
don't
happens.
know. Five's a lot. Even after you had Rom have what, a -9 or something crazy?
Yeah, some others did come up a little bit, and Harmon's been consistent. Harmon has been known to he's been on the leaderboard at majors. Hello to Nick Clan here. He's putting up his plays already, but
Awesome.
just great to have him here. Looks like a new name. Great Mindy yesterday, 167 views, live views. So happy about that.
Yeah, my brother said he was getting up at 5 a.m. our time here, so that would be 3 a.m. your time to, watch the golf. And I was like,
Oh,
goodness.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's like, that's the only thing I'll get up early for. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so my situation is Brian Harmon, 100-1. I put him in the Discord. I put 3 plays in the Discord: 1 short shot, 1 medium shot, 1 long shot for outright winner. Harmon, 5-stroke lead. If anybody's got any advice on what to do with these other leaders, or just I know the chat would just say ride it out, and I probably maybe if someone gets close. Yesterday they did a little bit early on. Yeah, cut the lead to 2, and then Thomas has given me. He's follow your first. I think he's talking to me on that. So thank you. Red Bull's here today. I'll never remember Christina, so you can say Christina, and I'll just have to say Red Bull, or Royd. Royd doesn't sound that great. That sounds almost like a day at the baseball training camp. All right. Solo, let me just cover one more thing, Mindy, before we get into, because there'll be Women's World Cup action. But I just wanted to pass this note along to everyone as Solo talk about Jamaica getting the draw. And I went 2-0-1 in premiums in the middle of the night here, or early morning in the Women's World Cup. Mindy, I've talked about so far what's been going on at the Women's World Cup. Uh, no goals, underdogs hanging in there. So if you had played since game
Oh yeah,
one,
over unders or underdogs or over unders. Okay, go ahead.
both,
Okay.
it's ridiculous actually. So I would say take the handicap. If you took the handicap, I'm covering this now. If you take the handicap with the underdog and the under, you would be 21 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw so far at the Women's World Cup. Taking the underdog on the handicap line and also an individual bet on the under. 21, 2, and 1. The only losses was Japan covered their spread against Zambia, and it went over 4.5. Every other game there's a push in there. There's also one of the games where I'm counting it as a win because I had it as a premium win, although some of the lines may have had to lay the three. It fell right on like a quarter of the goal line. So the worst you could be is probably 20 wins, 2 losses, and 1.25 tie, or maybe 2.25 losses and 1 tie. So Fernando, the whole tournament. I mean, I know what you know what I'm talking about. So 21 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. So anybody, Sweden and South Africa, there were some of the goal line, the totals were 3, but most of them were 3.25 or 3.5. So there may be a little bit of fudging. I'm not saying fudging of the numbers. Certainly anybody could have had a general number at 3.5 or 3.25 that could have cost them a quarter loss. But every game under so far, 1-0, 1-0, 0-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-0. The 5-0 game with Japan, England 1-0, Denmark 1-0, Sweden 2-1 today. Other results today: Netherlands beats Portugal 1-0. They were a 1-goal favorite in that game, so you could call. There's another draw in there, and so give it 2 draws. So 20 wins. I was doing it off the top of my head. Forgive me. 21 wins, whatever it is, Mindy. It's just dominant.
Yeah, I mean, if I could take 21 and 2 every day, I'd be okay with that.
And the game that just finished up was France and Jamaica. France was a 2.5 goal favorite. Final score 0-0. So nope, nobody's scoring. All right, let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and said hello to most everybody in here. We got 60 in here ready to roll with some winners today, but I just want to show what we did yesterday here on the website. And it was Ben Ruhala, a 4-3 record there, plus 323 units. Tiffany Mance, 7-4 yesterday. Good job, Tiffany. I'm in there. Heavy volume, Mindy at 9-6, but I've already had a tennis winner this morning. Like I said, couple of soccer winners already, so that includes some baseball yesterday. And there we are, 4-2 with our morning steam picks, including the 2-0 in the WNBA that you mentioned. You had some nice premium winners yesterday as well. One where you went against me and had it right on the series I can't get right, Phillies and Guardians. You had the under as a premium winner. Good job there. We want to mention that second game of that mixed doubleheader there. They completed the game, but we did give you a sweep there. Red Sox and over. So some of the free winners yesterday on the show. Sean Dinwiddie 2-0, Daniel Walasachuk 1-0. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages, including those from Mindy and I. I know there was a little maintenance going on this morning, so we're not going to go too much around the website. We're just making some tune-ups here today, but we'll get you those premium picks as well here from Mindy and I. And after the show, we're about to give you some free winners right here on the Morning Steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we'll get into those winners right away. I was hoping to get more in here after seeing yesterday. I was getting excited, Mindy, when that number was going up. Our modest little crowd, but again, real thank you, everybody. All right, let's get into the Padres. Are that early morning game this week, Mindy? So I'm kind of worried about this, although obviously the Padres have maybe found another one of those teams they can beat up on a little bit.
What was that score?
Yeah.
I think we talked about how we
right. And I'm like trying to yeah. So I'm trying anytime the Padres are, I'm like, don't say that, Mindy. 11-2. It was like exactly the score you said there at one point. I think you said 11-2. It felt like it was 11-2. It might have been 11-3. But yeah,
16-3. Wasn't that what it was?
Whatever it was, you called it exactly right. And I'm like, don't say that. I mean, you're gonna, jinx this team. So, but again, it is exactly what's been happening with this team. Is that they're going to win in a blowout or lose a close game or whatever. Right now, they're beating up on the Tigers this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think that will probably continue to roll here. So, I think Musgrove has been really, really hot. There's not much you can say about him. But it's one of those two that I think that I'm always going to expect a couple runs here out of this Detroit team. I'm going to go over the total of 8.5 here to start the show off. And good morning to Mims and Elijah and everyone else. It's nice to see you guys in the chat this morning.
All right, Mindy, going over. Musgrove may be pitching too well for me to want to consider that right now. And look at this. Snell, Musgrove. Some of the question marks with whatever the Padres, situation is of late, how they've been, inconsistent, and now the pitching is catching up, and the hitting continues to be not in this series. Obviously, they're beating it up pretty good, but they have got two pitchers anyway, starting to, really produce, and obviously, if these other guys could come along.
Yeah, I guess I forgot to kind of mention that 8.1 ERA for Faedo there for the Tigers at home. So there you go.
Well, like I like to say, you can't spell fade without Faedo.
Funny.
And even I've got to take the Padres in this one. I know I don't do that very often on the air. Some people will take their team all the time, and I kind of shy away from it and just let the social sweat be enough. Sometimes I like to have a little rooting interest within my team. So, hello to Mims. Good to see you there. Yeah, well, maybe CTG. I just there's not enough activity in there for multiple channels. I don't think. Okay. Christina, thank you. She's probably already gone by now. I'm catching up. Mims, that Marlins game, we'll talk about it. That had some steam come in on the Marlins, man, big time. Okay, here we go. Mims is on. Says, I'm trying to find some people on the plays here. Perky's on his Padres. And Mims says, lay the Padres here, 1.5. Padres -half, but he's not laying the $1.40. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Whoa, hello.
Hello, Felix.
Fernando's on the Padres and over. Thomas is on the Padres. I'll take the Padres. I mean, even I'll take the Padres in this one.
Minus 237.
The run line, of course. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. Minus $1.40. I am Mims. I am because I can only there's only so many things I can choose here. Mindy and I
That's right.
like to stick to these sides and totals. The limits are the biggest, and that's what we sell over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hi, Lazzy, hot boy on the Padres. And Thomas already bet the over. Trey's on the Padres run line. I'll take the Padres run line. Even I'm not going to go against the Padres right now. You mentioned Musgrove's awesome streak right now. Basically, 6 wins in his last 7 games. And well, Detroit's been okay. Let's take the Padres here. Mindy's on the over. And we're
I am.
underway with the show. The Giants and the Nationals here. We're seeing Scott Alexander here for the Giants. Still a road. He'll be favored in this one against Mackenzie Gore and the Nationals here. But, well, Mindy, you had a premium pick yesterday in this one. You went over.
I
And
went over, and I think Washington got it themselves.
Yep. Yep. And so Giants continue to maybe have some inconsistency on the road here, but they are favored $1.20, 8.5 over minus 115. So maybe it's going down a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and go on this Giants team. I did like them yesterday. I wasn't quite sure why they got blown out so badly, but I think it was just those Washington bats just had a really, really hot day. I mean, normally they only average 3 runs, putting up, I think it was over 10, or if it's not, it was 10, something like that. But I think I'm going to come back on the Giants here today. I think they're going to be motivated to avoid the sweep here by this Washington Nationals team today.
Yeah, they better. I don't mind this price. A little bit worried here with Alexander was fine in that for he's just an opening guy though, so it's not a big deal here. I imagine we could see DeSclafani in there maybe after this, so I'm not sure the complete pitching plans for San Francisco, but right now they've lost 4 straight, but I want to be on them here at $1.20. They need this game. Gore not great, 7.63 ERA in his last 4 starts. And Washington is 6-13 when he's on the mound, and of course they've been dismal at home. So I'm gonna come on the Giants here with you, Mindy, in this one. Yeah. Let's be on the Giants. Let's see here. But hey, Sebastian, not messing with this one, but good to see you here. Here's Dre, Nats, first 5. Run line is money today. Blake says take the Nats on the run line. And Ron G is going to do it as well. Okay. But solo auto fade on Gore. Yeah, poor numbers right now for Gore. But Mindy, I'd say the chat's kind of liking the Nationals here. A little bit of hiccup here for the Giants, no doubt. Could it be the sign of things to come? Nathan leaning Giants. Yeah, Fernando talking about Scott Alexander. He's been, certainly pitched a number of innings this season in relief. We know he's an opener here. The last time he's opened 1 game, they did win that as a pretty substantial favorite. Nationals here. The 90s were betters here today. Good to see you. Here's Politican Nationals first 5. A lot of Nationals first 5, Mindy, no doubt.
Sure.
Little San Francisco money line here. First 5 under, looks like, for Thomas. Sebastian says Nationals money line is the value. You got a home dog, no doubt about it. We're laying a little bit of a price. We hope we're taking the better team here, Mindy, to get a getaway day victory. Fernando on the over in this one. Just hang tight for Fernando. That line, like I said, moved already 10 cents lower. So How much lower will it go? I don't know, but let's take a minute. Let's take the Giants here in this one
Okay.
and move to your Royals.
The Royals, they had their chances yesterday versus that Yankees team.
Well, hey, I'll tell you this. You took the Yankees as a premium pick on the run line, so you can try to sell me on rooting for your Royals, but you knew. And I had the
Again, we had
under.
bases loaded in 3 separate innings and couldn't get anything done. I thought for sure they were going to nip the Yankees there,
Yeah,
especially in that
we are
last
gonna.
inning.
Hey, look, I was, you were laughing at me. I was trying to say Singer, can be decent sometime,
Sometimes,
once in a
yeah,
while.
sure,
And he
yeah.
was that. He was very good. He was good. He was good. He was. He did his job for sure in the game, giving him so many. I had the under, just to show you what I thought of Singer in that game. Under is a premium, so we nailed that game as a premium. You had the Yankees run line. I had the under.
Right.
So here today, though, you got Sevy, $1.95, 9/25.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the over total here again. I mean the Yankees left tons of guys on base yesterday. The Royals left tons of guys on base yesterday. I kind of have the Royals keeping this one pretty close here today. I'm not sure if I would take the Yankees on the run line. Kind of undecided on this one here today. Based on what I saw yesterday with I mean, if you can hit Cole, you can kind of go ahead and hit anyone the way I see it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the over total here today. On this one, you got Lyles, of course, with that 7.36 ERA, Severino 5.31. So those are their splits, of course, but going over the total.
All right, yeah. Uh, that is funny you say it that way because I actually, I'm going to be on the Royals here. I think on the run line,
Yeah.
uh, after seeing that, but Royals plus 1.5 minus 125 will be my play. Mindy's going to take the over here. Sometimes I have a hard time playing some of these overs with these two clubs here. Take a look at some of these numbers. Lyles is basically pitching as good as it's hard to say, right? He's pitching as well as he has all year in these last 2 games because we know Jordan Lyles won win. The Royals have won 1 game with him. We know that. That's been kind of a funny talking point all season, but
Right.
he has pitched very well his last 2 games, and in fact, over the last several starts. And there's a reason why he goes out there and he's told his 6 ERA and whatever, but it gives you the innings. You're the Royals, whatever. He can do it today. Severino has a 12 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Yankees have lost 9 of their last 13. Royals, they're 25% on the road, but I'll take them here in this one. Mindy will take the over here, and maybe the chat is on something, but I'm just gonna take the Royals today. I want to be that guy. I bet I know a couple people in here are gonna be with
I'd be
me.
that guy today. We'll see.
Politican's on the Royals for sure. And no, Dre says take the over in this one. See, James, how many do you want? I just keep going. I just start on the one. On the monitors, I put the ones that maybe I have the premiums or the Padre, and then just kind of if it starts to become a blowout, kind of move on to the next one in line, and just keep going to the finishes. Right, you join it. Sometimes game you hadn't been watching, you'll pick up in the 5th or 6th inning. Over for the fixes in. I love this. It's a good name. I'm not gonna make I'm not a fixer guy, but I do like that. And Dr. Butt Cheeks. How about it, Mindy? I'm roll with Dr. Butt
What is
Cheeks.
going on?
Yeah. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if Dr. Butt Cheeks is real. Thomas Lewis says, give me the Kansas City run line as well. Hot boys going over. Blake says Yankees first 5. Let's lay it. And Verley says Yankees run line. Sebastian's on the Royals money line. He says that's where the value. I think that's
Okay.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little higher actually, but Severino the 6.66 ERA, Mindy.
Right. Yeah, Dr. Buttcheeks wants to know if we play the WNBA. Ramon, do we play it?
Yeah, we've been known to play a little WNBA 6-0 on the show yesterday. I know you're trying to set up a big softball there,
Right.
Mindy. Yeah. Solo says Lyle's auto fade. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Lyle's over his last 2 starts, 0.82 ERA, last 4 starts. Better than average numbers compared to the rest of the pitchers in the league. So Kansas City here. K's here. Take the Royals, she says. And Britton Davis also.
Good
Good
morning.
to have you here, Britton, talking Dodger baseball. And we'll talk Dodger baseball in just a moment. Mindy here on the over, and I'll take the Royals on the run line. Give me the Royals today. Let's go, Jordan Lyles. This will be the one. This will be the one to win right here. Okay, the Rockies and Marlins. Already talked to this one a little bit. This one's been a big mover this morning. I'm showing Marlins now 275, and the total here is 8 under 15. So that suggests that Jesus Luzardo is going to have a good day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for Luzardo here to have a good day. I think he gets it done. I'm looking at the Miami Marlins here today on the run line. I think it's a good spot for them. They got off to a hot start yesterday with Cueto. He looked good. They were winning 3-0 there before the bullpen kind of gave it up, right? But yeah, I mean, I think this is their time to kind of bounce back with Luzardo here on the mound. I think it's takes a toll on the Rockies here today. Taking the Marlins on the run line.
All right, that reported steam came in on the Marlins. So Mindy says go ahead and lay 1.5 with Miami at minus $1.40-ish or so in this one with Luzardo. 3.34 ERA this season for Luzardo. And boy, these two teams, they produce a lot of unders, but I'm gonna be on the over here. I'm pretty sure. See what the chat is gonna do with this one. Luzardo 1.52 ERA in his last 5 starts. Still looking for that first Miami win though out of the All-Star break.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
8 straight losses. I gave out Colorado run line on the show yesterday. And Mindy, you gave out the under, don't forget. We swept this game on the show yesterday. So let's see what the chat's up to here. I'm probably ready to roll with what I said there. But Solo's on the Rockies money line. The 90s says under and just pray. Miami first 5 for Burley. Trey says go over on the team total. Politican says go under, but Fernando's on the over. Hot Boy on the Rockies here. And Thomas says go under. Scotch says, hello, Scotch. And Scotch says take Colorado on the run line. Luzardo to get the win, Politican says. Yeah, that's tough for me, Ron. Right. I got to get them to cover a run line. I can't even get them to win a game. So can't ride with Mindy on this one, I don't think. Sebastian, there's support for the Marlins in the chat, and I guess it would have to be a run line. But man, these are our free picks. I'm not giving Mindy the business for laying this runaway steam train right now with Miami. I mean, after all, that is the name of the show. But I'll take the over in this one. Like Luzardo, hey, who doesn't like Luzardo?
Right.
And Block, he's just an opener. Mr. Block. All right, Mindy on the run line with the Marlins. I'm on the over. And let's move on to the Diamondbacks and the Reds. One of our winners on the show yesterday. It wasn't easy, Mindy, but the Reds beat the Diamondbacks.
Right, hanging in there.
Here's a fun. I'm always making fun of Weaver in that 7.22 ERA, but looking down this card, there is really, other than out of all the regular starters, nobody more profitable on a game by game basis than Weaver, bringing home about 0.4 units per start. Usually he's a huge underdog here, though, and he's a pick'em. Total 11 under 15.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a wild one. I mean, look at these splits here, Ramon. Ruiz for the Diamondbacks on the road, 10.8 ERA. That's sitting up there pretty big. He puts almost 5 base runners on via the walk per 9 innings. And then Luke Weaver, he also has this elevated ERA here at home, 8.44 rather than his 7.22. He gives up almost 3 home runs a game and still is profitable. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm going to go over the total.
You are going to go over the total. 11 runs.
Go
wow, 11 runs? It's going to be out of control. Weaver's gone over in 7 of his last 8 starts, but the Reds have gone under in 7 of their last 9, and Arizona's gone under in 12 of their last 19. 11 runs is too scary for me. Even though, Weaver, 7.22 ERA Diamondbacks. This will be a bullpen game. Ruiz starting here. He's been a reliever. Arizona's lost 11 of 15. I got to be on my man Weaver.
Right, it's got to be on the Weaver.
9.38 ERA in his last 6 starts. Yeah, I'll still take Weaver here. Arizona, maybe they're starting to fade a little bit. Maybe Cincinnati, they won 4 straight now. They're getting their mojo back.
There you go. That's right. They got to make their run. This is it.
Right. Well, the hiccup there, look, I think you can still, even with guys like Votto or whatever, but I think you'd classify the Reds as a young team, despite some veteran leadership that they have. Okay, here definitely have Hi Ash, CTG's on Arizona, Sean's on Arizona, Butterscotch on Cincinnati, and Fernando's on the Reds. He'll go over 11 with this, as there'll be 15 runs in the small.
That's part. Right. It's going to be a big game.
Over. Reds on the run line for Thomas. Blake says go over in the first 5. I'm going to be all fadey on you guys, probably. I probably won't do a premium because then get laughed out of there. But Dre says take Arizona Solos on the Reds. Burley's on the Reds. Bionics on the Reds. So they'll come along with me here. And, oh, gosh, Fernando says he's seeing 11.5 out there now.
Stop it, Fernando. Don't be saying there's 11.5. Get that at 11.
Yeah, well, let's see. I'm showing mostly 11, so let's just call it 11, Mindy.
All right.
But still looking at some of the let's see. Ron G. Reds first 5 and full game. Sebastian over the 11. Reds and over for the 90s. Sebastian says go over first 5 and K's on the Reds. With me. Come on, Reds. Okay. All right. I'm on the Reds. Mindy's on the over. We'll get some plays together.
Yeah.
We've been patient. We've been, pretty selective, doing a good job. Over the last, I think we're starting to start another one of those streaks, Mindy, it feels like.
We're ready.
Here's the Orioles and the Rays in this one. You got Wells for the Orioles. You got Bradley. here. Maybe a weak spot. Maybe these Rays, yeah, things are, not falling apart. I mean, they got a huge, not a huge, this is still the big series, but it's not like the Rays are going anywhere. It's just they got to stop a little bit of a free fall, and unfortunately, they're doing it against the team that they're battling right now for the top of the standings. So Rays are still favored $1.40, 8.5 under 15.
All right. Well, I'm going to go over this total as well. I mean, yesterday was quite the sweat. Orioles went out to a big lead. Here comes the Rays storming back. Again, I think they're kind of getting their groove, and they're running up against, Wells. He's been pretty decent, 3.54 ERA, but Bradley's been struggling, especially at home. His elevated ERA is still 5.97. He gives up too many walks. So I think, again, with Taj Bradley giving up 2.2 walks per game, Tyler Wells giving up 3 walks per game, each of these two allowing almost 2 home runs per 9 innings, I'm going to go over the total.
All right, Mindy says go over in this one. Orioles and Rays. Yeah, Bradley's got that ERA over 5. I don't know if he's been holding up his end of the deal necessarily when you talk about what the Rays have been doing this season, and maybe he hasn't lived up. He's still young, so we're not going to be too critical of him. He's given him plenty of innings. He has been a victim of a lack of run support over the last couple of weeks for sure. He has a 3.95 or no, he's been getting shelled. You said it. What was it? Not 9.5 ERA or something like that over the last few starts, but they've been out of those games early. I think they're 0-3 in those games. He's been costing them. So I don't know. To me, the numbers say the Rays are going to win this game. There's plenty of Orioles support. You see it in there, and there's no doubt. I mean, Wells 3.54 ERA, but he's been struggling too over the last few starts. Hey, Rich K's here, and he's on the Rays.
All
nice
right.
to have Rich here. So, but I'm on the over with you, man. Let's just not screw around with whatever's going on in this important series. If I want to take the Rays later, might just do it in pocket. Because
Okay.
the Orioles have won 11 of their last 14. We know how hot they have been, and the Rays have lost 12 of their last 16. So that's been the story of what's going on in this climb to the standings. Also, Wells, however, 5.93 ERA in 5 starts against Tampa and an 0-3 record. So, and Bradley had a good start against the Orioles back on June 21st. So the side's kind of tough for me here, but I like the over. I think you have 2 teams definitely producing a lot of overs this season. Tampa Bay, like I said, their offense also has been struggling. So unders right now in 9 of their last 13 games. A little bit of concern there, but in general, these 2 teams have produced plenty of overs this season at 8.5. The number's a little high. I wasn't thinking premium here, but let's do it. I think we get the runs today. In this one, we're on the over. Phillies and Guardians. I can't get this one right, so I'll just listen to you guys. I'll listen to you, Mindy. I'll listen to the chat. In this series, I went under, it's gone over. I went over, it's gone under. But you had it right yesterday with a serious pitcher's duel, big time pitcher's duel yesterday.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for that to occur here again today. That 1-0 victory by the Guardians. The Guardians, again, they have to go ahead and scrap for runs. 3.63 is all they've been averaging over their last 5 games. And then the Phillies are sitting at 4.36. I feel like, we have a little bit of elevated ERAs, but their splits look pretty good. Curry in his 25 innings pitched here at home for the Guardians, 2.16 ERA. So I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here. I feel like this is going to be a good duel again today, and I don't really feel like those Phillies bats are doing anything to scare me here today.
Okay, Mindy, go under in this one with the Phillies and the Guardians. 8. Let me just check that line. Yeah, you can get 9. I think it's 9 under 15 now, so the total's moving higher. So let's give you the benefit of the doubt in that one. Not always moving the line the other way. 9 under
Right?
25.
That hardly ever happens.
Yeah. Well, I just because Nola's down to $1.25 or so. Definitely seems to be a bit of a move here on the Guardians. The reported steam came in on the over, so you're getting that great price with two teams that definitely produce a lot of unders. But at that looks like a discount price to me. I'm gonna take the Phillies in this one at $1.25 on the road. Nola, 4 ERA in his last 6 starts, but because the Phillies were hot, he went 4-1 in those 6 starts. They've lost 4 straight now here. Cleveland has gone over in 7 of their last 9 of concern. Let's see, chat here. Phillies and Guardians. Sean Money's on the Phillies. Hot boy Phillies, Panger Cleveland. Politican says, I like Philly. Blake says, give me the under in this one. Thomas says he's a Cleveland correspondent. So,
Likes those
Guardians,
Buckeyes.
Guardians on the run line here. Rich K on the under. Luis is on the under. Bionic here says, give me the Guardians run line. And Fernando Guardians money line. This one kind of all over the place, I think. Verley says under. And got one more, I think, here. It's Dre. Oh, and Ron G also in the Guardians. So there's Dre on Philly and Ron on Guardians. So I don't know if the chat. Look, it's tough right now to lay a price on the road, but I think at least it is a little bit of a discount. Howard steps in. Hello, Howard. I'll take the Phillies. Mindy's on the under in that one.
All right. Sounds like wins.
Braves and Brewers. Elder on the road. Favorite here. Down to $1.50. Brewer, this team just actually came in here in the last probably 10 or 15 minutes while we were on the air. So pretty big move on Tehran and the Brewers, but still the Braves. Man, that's a pretty big discount all of a sudden. Wondering, I'm going to check the. Sounds like maybe a big slugger might be taking a day off here. Mindy is what it feels like to me. I'll check it out when you give the preview, but the total hasn't moved, so we'll see. Braves $1.50 now, 10 under 15.
Yeah, I mean, I like Tehran, but again, I don't know if you're, trying to, change fate here playing against this Braves team because they're so good. But I think I'm going to go ahead and expect another good outing here from Bryce Elder, 2.83. Again, I like Julio, so I'm going to go ahead and go under here today. Brewers still, they don't score a lot of runs, but prove they could do a little bit of damage there yesterday. But still going to go under the total, I think, in a nice pitching matchup today.
Okay, yeah, Mindy, take the under here at 10 runs. Reported steam did come in on the over, but to me, I'm just a little bit concerned about this move to the Brewers. So I'm gonna be on Atlanta. I'm pretty sure I'll take them on the money line. Seems like a little bit of a gift, not lock, nothing like that. Just like the price of $1.50 with the Braves. pardon me, right now, and see what the chat's up to in this one. What is Dr. Buttcheeks? He's going to the Braves game. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Buttcheeks. That's it. Oh, he couldn't help himself. I knew it. I mean, come on. From the get-go. The handle itself was a giveaway, but it gets a chance every time. Make a new handle. Here we go. Brewers, Politicans here. What is Fernando? We know what Fernando's going to say. Sebastian says Braves over. And Clyde says, "What do you think about Elder?" I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to, throw Elder on the bus after just one start necessarily, but he's actually had two bad starts in a row, I'd say, with Clyde. So you're right about that. And Braves here, first 5 for Blake. Thomas says, "Give me the Brewers on the money line. Hot boy." Nathan on the Braves. Bryce is on the Brewers. Ron's on the Braves. Oh, boy. I think we can't get a consensus necessarily on this one. Here's Rich on the Braves. Kay's on the Brewers run line. All right, Perky's on the Braves. Burley's on the Braves. I'm on the Braves. 1-run game, says Panger. I don't know what to do with that if that's the case. Under first 5 for the 90s. And what did Fernando say about his Brewers? Not feeling it. Not feeling it. A little bit uncomfortable there. Dre, the Atlanta money line. And Fernando will root for his Brewers, but I'll take the Braves today at $1.50. Mindy on the under here. Braves and Brewers. The 90 says definitely going over. I don't know. Mindy says take the under, and you look at these two teams. The Braves have gone under in 7 of their last 11. Tehran's gone under in 6 of his 9 starts, and the Brewers have gone under in 8 of their last 9 games. So, okay. Mindy on the under. I'm on the Braves. Here's the White Sox and the Twins. And the Twins, I had a premium on the Twins. I got those 2 runs in the 7th inning to get that win over the White Sox. The White Sox led most of the way there, 2-1, low-scoring game. Mindy, this one over favored, $1.45, 8 over 25.
Yeah, I think I'm going to come back on the Twins. I'm going to go with Ober today. 2.98 ERA at home, a little bit elevated over that 2.74 that he has overall, but only allows a 0.388 slugging percentage to this White Sox team. And then Giolito, again, he has a little bit of an elevated ERA here on the road. I think the Twins come back and get him here again today, Ramon.
Well, he probably should overlook his 2.74 ERA. He's having a pretty good season all of a sudden. 2.52 ERA in his last 4 starts as well. It's even a little bit better, and he's at home here. And done really well. Man, they should win this game. It was just such a sweat yesterday for me in that game watching them when they finally got those 2 runs. The White Sox, lost 12 of their last 17, but I don't know. I'm kind of giving them a chance here. Let me take the under in this one. I like the under. I don't necessarily like this 8. I hope it can go to 8.5. I'd like it even better. Of course, I would. But I'll go under. Ober's gone under in 11 of his 14 starts. Minnesota's been going over more of late for sure, but the White Sox have gone under in 10 of their last 14. I'll take the under 8 runs here. Mindy on the Twins. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. Where's my Twins game? There we go. Got comments here from the crew. And Perky says, do you have any merchandise for purchase? We're working on it. We've got some great ideas. We've lined up some stuff, but just have to get back to you on that, Perky. We just got to get approval because we've got a whole lineup of things, but we got to get approval. Mindy and I have like a whole set of plans, but we're with Tony, we're with Tony, the GM, those guys. Luis says under here, White Sox run line for Sean, Thomas says, give me Minnesota Twins run line. Atlanta under. Here's Michael, top of the hour. Twins for Nathan. Fernando under. Ron says take the Twins, Mindy. And Sebastian on the Twins here. Yerfie for Solo. Giolito has allowed a first inning run in 9 of 20 starts. Over's been better, allowing a first inning run in just 4 of 15 starts. And oh boy.
Yep. Back again.
Here's Verley says, give me under in this one. Okay. And B Moore says take Minnesota. Okay. Mindy on the Twins. I'll take the under in this one. Next is the Cardinals and the Cubs with Montgomery and Tyone. In this one, road favorite here for the Cardinals, and the line appears to be going even higher now. Maybe they're as high as $1.40 here. The Cardinals might be taking the action against Tyone. Both these guys, in honor of Thomas Lewis, we got a couple of real money burners here, Mindy.
Right. This is a tough one, right? I mean, I think, the Cubs got him yesterday. I don't know if they're going to get him today. I'm going to go on Montgomery and the Cardinals. I think the rain had a lot to do with the flow of that game yesterday. It seems like it had, turned a little bit. Plus, you got a coach thrown out. It was a wild one. But today I'm going to go on the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the steam here. It has an ERA at 2.84. So, yeah, going on Montgomery today.
Well, a lesser of two evils. I'm taking a road favorite. Oh, God, that feels icky, but I want to take the Cardinals here. Montgomery's been, pretty solid, no doubt about it. 1.76 ERA in his last 5 starts. Yeah, maybe it's been a lack of run support more so, it feels like. But Cardinals have won 5 of those games. So I want to take the Cardinals here over the Cubs in this one. Look, I had the Cubs yesterday. So I don't, I'm coming back on the Cards here today. It's Jameson Tyone's, 6 ERA. Montgomery's costing you a third of a unit every start, but Tyone's costing you like a half a unit every start.
Right.
Cubs have gone over in 14 of their last 17 games. Cardinals have gone over in 11 of their last 16 games. I'm going to take the Cardinals with Mindy in this one. See what the chat has going. Okay. Here we go. We got Hot Boy on the over here.
I like that he said he wants to put a morning steam on a notebook so he can write his picks down every day.
Oh.
I like that one.
Yeah. Here's Sebastian on the Cardinals. Kev Cook, hello. Nice to see you. Omar Chavez, nice to see you. Thank you. Great to have you. Representing new viewership today is Omar. All right. Michael Thompson is on St. Louis here. Hard to go against the Cubs, says Perky. We're doing it, Mindy. Verley's rolling Cards. And Gerardo, good job on the UFC. I think I had 2-1 on my premiums in the UFC yesterday. So actually, my record there, Mindy, had another
nice, another couple wins,
85 units or something. 0.85, whatever. Yeah, we look. I mean, Butterscotch knows what's going on with this. Look, hey, Cubs are a dog. Not take your chances with Tyone. Maybe it is a spot. Here's Ron, St. Louis, first 5. Sean likes the under. Mindy and I, let's take the Cardinals today. And the Dre's on St. Louis. Oh, great, great. That was what we need. Mindy's picture, maybe. I don't know who wants to be drinking their coffee. Okay. That's it on this one, I think. Thank you, Kev. Thank you so much. All right. We're on the Cards. Premium consensus.
Consensus play number 3.
Number 3. We better find a few more. Hey, the Dodgers are on the road here with Emmett Sheehan. Slight road favorite, I do believe, still $1.15. Total 10 under 15 here against Martin Perez.
Oh boy, Ramon, those Dodgers lit it up yesterday. All I know is it seems like they scored 3 runs every inning. I was like, it's like the 5th or 6th inning. They're already at 13, and they're up. It was a wild one, I tell you. So today they're definitely going to go under, right? I mean, that's how I'm looking at this one. Perez has done a really good job here on the mound. 3.48 at home. Rarely gives up the long ball. Sheehan, he has a little bit of an elevated ERA on the road, but again, it's a short sample size. Only 10 innings pitched here so far for him on the road. But I expect good things out of this kid. So today I'm going to go ahead and go under the total of 10. I think comes in around 9.
I think we're going to be I think we might be on an island in this one. I'm going to take the under with you. I just feel like everybody's going to like the over because, these two offenses certainly still going to get 11 runs to get over here. But these two teams produce a lot of overs. But I want to go under with you. Under. Sean says, any Nerfy or Yerfies? We don't do any on the show, but I will talk about them. If someone mentions them, I'll mention the stats if I have them available. But again, limits are low. I mean, I respect all these people with, selling props and whatnot. But man, if you really crush the props, you know what happens. That's why we talk. Mindy and I deal in the big markets.
Yeah.
It's definitely, but you guys, we that's why we have you guys and these other picks with the first 5
with all the props and all the good stuff.
Props. That's why we flash them on the. You are welcome to do that. Believe me, that's what this show is about. Are the picks from the chat. Mindy and I are just giving our free plays and promoting our picks, our premium picks. We want to win all these right here, but let's go over. I think CTG's talking about this game. Horse Nuts is here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a chance on this one. Rangers.
No, you won't. Not for long.
I'm going to give him a chance here on this one.
All right.
Thomas says go under here.
Ramon's all about the third chances.
Peasy, what Dodgers scored 5 or more than 13 last 14? Boy, that sounds like over territory, but I'm going under. Thomas is going against us. Sebastian's on the Rangers. And Panger says he's taking Dodgers money line and team total over, it looks like there. Okay. Solo Dodgers money line. Luis is on the over. Big Meat's here.
You have the meats.
Seager is going to be sidelined for a while. It looks like it's really disappointing news there, Mindy. That was confirmed yesterday. I think the outlook was bleak for Seager, but looks like he's hit the injured list with that thumb injury. So just hopefully a short stint.
Right.
And Garcia, he's going to be questionable. He left the last game with I think he was hit on the hand, so maybe some limitations there in the for the Rangers. So Arnaz is here today and says Dodgers won him some money.
Probably
All right.
lots of money. Yeah.
Horse nuts on Texas. Yeah, that's what we're doing, Thomas. That's it. It's like a commercial. We do a commercial, like 75 minutes a day at least. Dodgers hot. Okay, Mindy, we're on the under in this one. Nobody really was getting to
Infomercial with value. That's what it is, right? Infomercial with value.
Well, look, I mean, we're going to sell premium picks in the WNBA type of thing. We go 6-0 yesterday. It's supposed to work out like that, and I would say that I don't know. It's kind of funny. It seems like the hotter we get, the more the sales go up. I'm
Who
not
knew?
sure.
Huh.
G Koala is here. Hello, G. Better take the over. We're going under. Before G shows up, probably never seen us before. Our whole reputation is going to be on this
on the
one
line right here.
a game where, the Dodgers are totally smashing. We know over in 14 of their last 19 games. Sheehan's gone over in 4 of 5. Perez is an 8 ERA in his last 3 starts. Feels like Martin Perez might clean that up a little bit today. Is kind of what I'm feeling. But the 90s here. I'm not gonna go against the Dodgers. I hate to hate them. Or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, Mindy, we're on the under. We're alone. I don't see anybody. Did anybody get on with us? I don't think they did.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
We'll see.
We are. Big giant C's on our faces there for contrarian. Astros and Athletics, Mindy. The Athletics, they are thrilling. Oh man, what a game last night to pull it off. I'm teasing, but it was a good job. I mean, they earned their victory yesterday. We were wrong on this game on the show, but who cares? Good for you, Oakland.
But who cares?
Hey,
Oh, that's funny.
good job, Oakland. Right? I mean, look, the Astros don't take them seriously. I think everyone's kind of said that in their last series too. Astros here 225. 8 over 25. So it's gone up here about 10 cents so far today on the total.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, I think. I'm expecting maybe a little bit more high scoring than yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and go on the A's on the run line here. I think that's kind of where the value is. I feel like Medina will do okay here. 4.41 at home. Hunter Brown on the road is not too bad, but has a 4.26 ERA here overall. I think it might be a little bit of a wild one. I give the A's a chance here in this one, taking them on the run line.
All right, Mindy, taking the A's on the run line today. Why not? Look, the 225 Astros needed. Let's see what the chat says. I don't know. If enough of them come on, I might, but I think I'm just going to stick with the total in this one. Let's see. James Edward, nice to see you. Terrific. Great. Here's Sean says, give me the Astros on the run line. Luis on the under here. So maybe, I hope it's this game. Solo says, A's money line. Of course he does. Sebastian, Astros run line. Dre, Astros money line. Yep, there's those props that we appreciate so much. Politican says, how about that Nerfy?
How about it?
Mm-hmm. Here's, let's see. Oakland first 5 for Blake. Thomas says, give me the Astros under. Kevin Cook says, go under. G. Guala, Oakland +2.
There you go. Get rid of that little half point. There you go. Half a run.
Remember, you could take some books will offer the 2, or you could take half to bet them 1.5 and half on 2.5. So, okay, Mindy, I'll go on the under in this game with Houston and Oakland at 8.5 over 25. Houston's gone under in 4 of their last 5. Oakland's been going over for sure. But I'm going to take the under here after seeing what happened yesterday. This one seems to be going kind of high for me. All right, let's go with the Pirates here and the Angels. Mindy.
Yes.
The Bucks, yeah, you had them. The steam came in on the Pirates. Great call. There was a pitching change, but it wasn't. Look, either way, Baruki was going to get in that game, and Bito was going to get in that game. So, there's no. Yeah, they had the late pitching change, but both guys pitched in the game. It was a run line, so hopefully everybody got on it with the right pitcher. If they were with you, anyways, on the show, just want to credit you for taking the Pirates yesterday. They did a nice job beating the Angels.
And yeah, I'm going to take the Pirates here again. I'll take them on the money line, sitting at plus 105, something like that, or right at even money. But yeah, I think it's interesting, right? They have a new, first baseman. His name is Cabbage, and I was hoping it was going to be something cool like cabbage or something fun, but it is just Cabbage. He was the victor a couple days ago, and then the goat last night. He had bases loaded and hit back to the pitcher on a grounder for a double play. But yeah, I mean, that's how close it was to tying that game up. But again, there's lots of ebbs and flows here. And Anderson is the one that has not quite the great stats. He gives up a 400 slugging percentage versus the Pirates, has a 5.17 ERA, allows 4.2 walks per 9 innings. So give me the Pirates here again today.
All right, Mindy, on the Pirates. I laugh because I just realized, they were talking about the pitcher. I'm trying to think of it like Kladzinski or whatever, but it's like totally pronounced something totally
different.
You know what I'm talking about? It looks like he's on the Pirates, Mladzinski, right? But it's like pronounced Klazinski or something. So, like, it doesn't make any sense. But
right.
We're
Cabbage is up to the plate. Yeah. No.
You taking them on the money? Did you say money line for your
Yeah,
Pirates?
I'm just taking the Pirates here on the money line.
Yeah, because okay, Mindy, on the Pirates here in this one against the Angels. Yeah, $1.20 or so. And I'll be on the under. I'm going to go under in this one with Keller. Good Keller here.
Good Keller, bad Keller?
That's what I like to say, but he's been bad of late, actually, with a 6.5 ERA over his last 3 starts. Anderson, 2.8 ERA in his last 4 starts. So, but I'm going to look to go under with these two. Let me catch up with the chat here and see what they're doing in this game. We've got Lauren here today. Angels Run Line. Hello to Lauren and welcome. Sebastian on the Angels. Here's Solo. Oh, no, I don't know about these. Angels for Burley. Kev will go under. And Brett's got a pitcher prop here. Yeah, we're looking for locks. We have 0 locks, Mindy and I, but I don't know who's got
right.
All right.
We're just sitting at 4 consensus so far.
We've got 4. Oh, geez, we need more. Oops. Okay, Bionic says I like the under in this one. I like the under as well. Mindy's on the Pirates here. I'll take the under. Okay, we've got a few more games here. We can find something.
We'll find it. We'll find it.
With the Blue Jays and the Mariners, it happened again, Mindy. What were we thinking after I tried to lay it out and we still ended up somehow on the Blue Jays. It's now 13 of 14 the Mariners have won at home on the Blue Jays pseudo home field. They make themselves at home with all their fans, and the Mariners still find a way to win, and they did again yesterday. Uh, I had I went under in that game, so it wasn't a great game for me. Here you have Woo, $1.35, 8.5 over 15.
Yeah, I like the fact that Manoah has pitched well on the road here this season. So I might go 0 for 3 in this series, but I'm going to be back on the Blue Jays here again today. Glutton for punishment here. But Woo, he just hasn't really been all that good either, right? I mean, it's just kind of the way it's been working out for him. 5.79 ERA at home. Manoah, like I said, really good on the road. 3.75, 0.8 home runs there per 9 innings. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays on the road. A little bit of plus money today.
All right, Mindy, with Manoah here on the road. Yeah, well, the thing is, when you're on the road, the food's really good. The room service. I mean, come on. You can get the best burgers delivered up to your room.
Right?
Manoah, 9.7. Yeah, he's been bad. I know you think that, probably the offense for the Jays. Look, 8 of his last 9 starts have gone over, but he better have a better performance here against the Mariners right now. Seattle's won 12 of their last 18. Toronto's lost 4 of their last 5.
Wild fashion.
No, I'm not going to do it this time, Mindy. I learned my lesson yesterday. I talked about the series coming in. Blue Jays love to make themselves at home. It was a storyline. You watch the game, everybody's cheering for Toronto, and Seattle always wins. So I'm not going to do it. I'll take the under.
No faith in my pick. No faith in my pick. Neither does Solo. Full money burner is what they say about Manoah.
I saw the handicapper leaderboards, and Mindy knows what she's doing. I'm going on the under here in this one, and we'll see what the supposed to be. It was Brett's a Blue Jays fan. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, interesting. Luis is on the Jays. Peasy's on the Jays. Thomas says, give me the Mariners on the money line and the run line. Reese is here today. Manoah, yeah. So Manoah is on the money burner list. And there are a lot of pitchers on the money burner list today, I'll tell you.
Right. And there's like wild spreads out there today, like a lot of minus 200s and such.
Well, it's something that I track every game is profitability of pitchers. I mean, it's not for everybody. It's not a handicapping tool necessarily, but there are just some, when you look at the prices. But if I look up and down this list, I've got some real bad guys who are burning money here. Gore, Tehran, Montgomery, Tyone, Lyles, of course, Bradley, Giolito, Brown, Manoah, Faedo.
That's terrible.
These guys are all costing you a quarter of a run, a quarter of a unit. Put down $100, you're not even getting more than 75 back on average. Reese is on the over here. Burley's on the over. And like I said, the most profitable pitcher on this card is Weaver. Sebastian's on the Blue Jays. Kev Cook says Mariners run line. Lay it. Sean Money going the other way. Give me the 1.5, he says. All right. Mindy, you'll be on the Blue Jays. I'll take the under in this one. One more chance here with the night game. The Mets and the Red Sox. Bernardino is the starter here for the Red Sox. We had that one confirmed. Now $1.45, 9.5 over 25. Big move here to the over on Sunday Night Baseball. That's where overs go to die.
Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting on that total. What's happening? Because I I kind of look towards the under, but for me, my play here is going to be on the Red Sox. I feel like Carrasco has maybe had a quality start once this year, perhaps. He gets pulled early because guys get to him. That's kind of the way it is, and I don't think you want to mess with this Red Sox bats. 5.62 runs per game. But I kind of look at Bernardino. I mean, his numbers are pretty good if you take a look at some of what he's done versus the Mets in the past. So versus the Mets, he has a 40% K rate. 20% is just, pretty average, but 40%, that's like off the chart. Then also only allows a 0.183 slugging percentage here versus this Mets team. So give me Bernardino, give me the Red Sox tonight. I think they get the Mets here in this one.
All right. Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, man, as you started to go with the Red Sox, I'm like, it seems like we've not been on the Sunday night game together, or I don't know.
Not for a while, really.
Well, we are tonight.
Oh, all right.
Take the Red Sox. They've won 12 of their last 17. And, they're pretty decent sized favorite here, but Carrasco, 5.5 ERA. Yeah, Bernardino's been pretty good so far. We'll see. And let's see what the chat does in this on Sunday Night Baseball. I'm not seeing too much. Nathan says fade Carrasco. Thomas says Boston money line. And Clyde says no Devers. Give me the under. Blake says give me Boston here. First 5. Allen's ready. He knows he's got the timing down.
Right.
Michael Thompson on Boston. So look at this. It's Boston. So that's a consensus, Mindy.
All right. We find a consensus.
Even though there was some, we know when it's a consensus. So I guess we could be accused a little bit of going off the board against
off the rails.
Yeah. Against the chat, maybe a little bit in 2 games for sure. So chat knows best, but we're supposed to be the professional handicappers here. Okay, I think that'll do it for baseball. You guys got your plays in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
the viewership today as well. Hopefully these winners come through for us, Mindy. We got a handful for you. And let's get over to the basketball right now. Like I said, coming off a 6-0 day here on the show in WNBA plays. And Alan has just shown up. So we're going to talk about the 2 games. Be interested to get your take. Because I think we're early, right, Mindy, here? Let's see with these game times at, from just 2.5 hours away. So let's get it going.
Well,
Mercury and the Mystics, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I lost my place. I lost my place in line here. We got the
right. 3. It's down to 3. 3 and 156.
So the Mercury are getting some money, right? It went to 3. Oh, geez. I got this one as a pretty close one here today. So if it's going to be 3, I'm going to go ahead and take Phoenix in this one. The Phoenix thermometers, here we go. I'm taking them today. They're averaging 78.7 points here per game. Washington around 80 or so. For me, I'm going to go ahead and take Mercury +3 here in this one.
All right, Mindy, on the Mercury here on Sunday.
But it went, so I had it opening at -1.5 for Washington. Then it went to -4.5, and now it's back to -3, huh?
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
Well, I got to respond. Look, I know we went over Washington. I got to think with these 2, I'm going under. I'm going under for sure. We're pretty solid on these totals. So after I got hats off to whoever scolded me after those bad totals, and now I've turned it around here a little bit. I'm going to go under 156. Clean that up real quick, like. Mindy on the Mercury here, +3 in this one. Let's see what the chat is going to do with this, because Alan's here. Perky might have some plays. Alan says Phoenix. Yeah, they've been playing great, no doubt about it. Things have changed. Nobody's really got anything on this one except us. Well, I'm kind of giving Washington more of a chance at this point. Yeah, the injury situation in flux, certainly here with this game. I'm sure that's kind of why the move is what it is. Della Dunn's still going to be out. Atkins
My nose is
still out.
bothering me. Sorry, I got to blow my nose again.
Okay, no problem. Tarasi questionable, so maybe she will be in there. And I don't know if that's what the move came in on necessarily there here over the last several minutes. I'm just not sure. Thomas is on the Mercury. Daryl's on Mercury and the over. I'm on the under. Mindy's on the Mercury though. So the injury situation and Mercury playing, tremendously improved, no doubt about it. And yeah, have the Mystics now. Can we kind of, put them in the disappointing category a little bit here? It sucks because Della Dunn's had these injury woes now for several games. All right, Mindy on Phoenix. I'll take the under. The games are still pacing kind of, I know I took those overs, but they really can slow down. All right, next one, Fever and Liberty here, Mindy. The Liberty up to 13.5 and the total 171.
Well, I'm going to be on the Indiana Fever here. If I take a look at them statistically, they're really, really close to this Liberty team. And I think this is the one that went to overtime last time. If I believe with the Boston last second 3 that she was surprised even went in there. But ultimately, I think they wound up winning by a handful, like 6 or so. So I think the spread's a little bit too high for me. I'll take all those big points. I mean, look at the Liberty is 6th in scoring. Right behind them is the Fever. They're 7th in scoring. Again, the Fever's doing better than what they had last year, right? 5th in field goal percentage, 2nd in total rebounds. That's right behind the Liberty. I mean, these guys play statistically really close. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to get the cohesiveness, and of course, it's hard to guard. Brianna Stewart. Just saying.
Yeah, the Fever. Look, it's been disappointing, but if you look in general, am I here?
Yeah, you were a little pixelated, but you're back.
Okay, thanks.
You're good.
The Fever are 12-3 as an underdog this season against the spread, and now the spread is already going up to 13.5. Yeah, look, I mean, these are two teams with opposite directions. Certainly, the Fever have been pretty crummy, but they cover numbers, and the Liberty, quite frankly, don't cover numbers. They've been covering a little bit better of late, but on the road, they've been covering a little bit better. They're 4-6 against the spread at home, 8-11 as a favorite, 3-7 against the spread their last 10. You got Fever just great at covering numbers. That hard trying team got 6-15 record, whatever it is. Liberty completely the opposite, but just seems like Fever gets the money. I've got to take the Fever with you.
All right, let's do it.
Especially if the line's going up like this. I think the Sharps are probably good. The Sharps will favor the Liberty. Maybe that's what the steam. I didn't see if it was steam or not. We've been doing the show, so I haven't checked. But
yeah,
that was a pretty sharp move to 13.5. No, I don't know. Is there an injury? I don't know. If I'm too worried about Indy. I'd be worried about a couple of players. I mean, but Smith has been out for a couple of weeks now. They've been dealing with that now for a couple of weeks. So, okay, let's do it, Mindy, at 13.5. I think we can afford to take the Fever here in this one. Look, Wallace and Vivians, they try very hard. They can defend. All right, Fever for Blake. It's going to be on Fever. Thomas says just gamble up. Alan says Liberty don't guard consistently enough yet, right? Especially, I've been all over the backcourt. I don't know what Alan thinks, but I just think the guards they don't guard at all.
Guards are not guarding.
Guard. I'm calling out Ionescu and Vandersloot. They're all about
Offense.
Well, I don't want to say they're out there showing off. I mean, they're good, but they can be better. So no doubt Liberty going to win, says Thomas. The Fever, they're like the Oklahoma City Thunder of before. The 90s, there's our coverage. Yes, of course. Look, Mindy, there's going to be no world. I didn't put in the World Cup odds. I was running a little bit behind, and but again, just take just take the dog and under.
Right. I think that's easy enough, right?
That's exactly what's been going on in the Women's World Cup. It's automatic. Dog and under until further notice. Now, maybe in the second round it'll change. Maybe when they start, the first round is going on. There's like 48 games. There's only been 12 so far. So don't worry if and they're not all going to go under. But just for right now, let's just do it.
All right, I'm doing it. See, like I said, I take my own advice, right? Like you don't have to watch the WNBA to win at the WNBA. You don't have to, watch soccer in order to win at soccer, because I trust Ramon, I trust the chat. I might be going in on blind betting soccer.
Yeah, I'm one of those, like it's a popular catchphrase among some internet handicap, like I don't need to see the game. They're all off having great lives, and I just watch games. I feel like I'm missing out. Here's our plays: the Giants money line, Orioles over, Cardinals money line. Dodgers under, and Red Sox money line. 5 plays. I must admit, prepped for the show, was watching the games. It was a Jamaica game. These games are in the middle of the night for me. I get up pretty early. I did fall asleep to the 0-0 tie. Okay, I got to admit. Okay.
I got to admit.
WNBA Fever. I woke up. It was still 0-0. Okay.
Fever, not like you missing. So the fear of missing out. Like you didn't miss, so that was okay.
Okay, Daryl, look at this. Daryl's got it. I'll pop it up here. Let me get with Daryl. I don't even need to give you a play in this one. Anyways, Fever is our play in the WNBA. All right, Daryl, coming through with it. I'm with you, Daryl. Let's take it. We've got a graphic for this one, Mindy. I wasn't going to leave without talking about the CFL. I'll take the Red Blacks +5 against Stampeders. We did it again last night. I take that back. I had a push. Sorry about that. Gave out BC by 10 as a premium. They won by 10. So spoke too soon. But nonetheless, let's take the Red Blacks here today +5 against the Stamps. Sunday night football.
Sunday.
And there are some things in the CFL that the NFL could do that, you get all these goofy rule changes in the NFL. And but one thing I like about this, Mindy, all punts are live. You can't do a fair catch, but they give them 5 yards. That would be a safety thing there, and you have more punt returns. Give them the old halo rule. You can't touch. You give it like 2 inches of the guy, you can scare the heck out of him. But in the CFL, you got to give a guy 5 yards to catch the ball. That could make things a little more exciting for your punting. In the NFL, there's never punt returns anymore for touchdowns. Okay, I'll take the Red Blacks +5 against the Stamps here tonight. All right, Mindy, great job, great show. Thank you, everyone. No record, but still, great job, man. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back with you tomorrow. One more show but we're wrapping up the sports weekend here tonight. All right. Thank you, Mindy. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for your contributions as well. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.